Hello. We are an independent organization with one purpose, to make you feel good in your own home and restore the peace and quiet. We deal in all kinds of intruders, from cockroaches to rats to raccoons, all sizes and shapes and colors. Safety and comfort is one call away. We offer a high variety of services accommodated to your needs and inquiries and have a flexible schedule. Call us anytime. That's the job I work at. For privacy reasons, I won't say the name of the company. The pay is decent, the hours are flexible, and I get uniforms on the house and meals. Yes, I do have to deal with all kinds of infested homes, from termites to roaches to bees, and even intruders like raccoons, foxes, once even a snake. It can be dangerous, but I take my precautions. I can also take phone duty if I'm feeling particularly lazy. Like last week. Don't imagine we're working non-stop. We rarely get any calls. Not a lot of incidents happen around here, in this village. Last week, however, I had 3 calls, which was interesting enough by itself because I rarely get this much activity. 3 calls also meant that I had to go do ground duty because we didn't have enough personnel for 3 interventions in one day. The first call happened at around 6 p.m. Hello, this is XX Exterminators, where the safety of your home is our priority. How can I help you today? Hi, yeah, my name is Emily, and I think there's something in my ceiling. Hi, Emily, could you describe the issue with a bit more details? What kind of noises are you hearing? Any signs of anything living up there? Anything like that can help a lot. Okay, so I've been hearing these faint scratches like rats. The scratches started yesterday, around midnight. And at first I thought it was the rain, you know. The way you can hear each individual drop fall on the roof of your house. Then I imagined it must have been the birds, but I ended up realizing it was coming from the attic because I heard the scratches, coming from right above me. And I thought something had gotten into the house. I live next to Helene. Right, so the gas station, which one exactly? The one you pass by going to Caden or the other one down the road to the bridge? No, the one down the road. To the bridge, right next to the creek. My house is the blue one right when the town starts. I don't have any neighbors. It's Pollen Street, no, 3. So, I'm afraid something got into the house from the forest. It wouldn't be the first time, I just hope this time it isn't a snake, but snakes don't scratch like that. Are you hearing the scratches now? They're really faint, but persistent. Could be rats. Okay, Emily, we'll be on our way soon. Thank you. I sent the team over there, but they couldn't find anything out of place. No insects, no animals, no rats. The next call came around 10 p.m. Hello, this is X Exterminators, where the safety of your home is our priority. How can I help you today? Hello? I keep hearing these scratches and thuds coming from the ceiling, and I think it moves to the walls. I'm not sure though, but there's definitely something in there. Could you describe the issue with a bit more details? Anything like that can help a lot. The noises started like 3 hours ago. At first I thought it was the pipes, but they're too rhythmic, like footsteps, or more like something dragging its limbs through the walls. I don't understand, and I can't identify the animal. It sounds big. This is an old house, and it's relatively easy to dig through it. I've never heard anything like it. Where is it right now? I can't hear anything right now. I don't know where it went. Could you tell us your address? Pollen Street, No. 7. My stomach tensed. Could it be a coincidence? Maybe some raccoon was making its way through homes. All right, thank you. We'll be on our way. I sent the team to the location and was left alone with Andrew, a coworker. The night had fallen, and I hated night interventions, so I hoped the phone wouldn't ring again until they came back. Honestly, I was pretty relaxed. There wasn't such a high chance that I'd get any other calls for the day. Rying. I lifted my head from the lasagna. Me and Andrew stared at each other. Rying. It had been, like 30 minutes since the last call? The fuck? Andrew raised his shoulders. I stood up and lifted the receptor. This is, XX Exterminators. How can I help you? I mumbled. There was a pause on the other line, then heavy breathing. Sir? Madam, are you okay? What happened? It fucking dragged something into the house. What do you mean? Who dragged what? Sir, be more precise. Andrew's eyes widened. What? He whispered. I shook my head and motioned to him to be quiet. Sir, what's going on? Something broke into my house, but there's two of them. Two distinct bodies, not a raccoon, not a bird, no, and at first I thought there were two alive things, but as I listened more, I realized one of them was dragging the other across my attic on my fucking ceiling. I don't even know how it got there. I ain't heard anything like climbing on the house, like it just landed on the roof, then dug down to the attic. I don't know. Right, said, no, I'm not done. I got scared shitless because I thought it was a person at first. It sounded big enough to be a person. I was like, shit, it's a murderer. But that was until I heard it eating. Eating? What do you mean? Andrew frowned. The fuck? He mouthed. Yeah, I can hear this heavy thing eating right above me, and I hear the floorboard of the attic creaking. I'm afraid it's gonna come down. The thing is dragging something heavy. Fucking hell. Please just come. I wanted to call 911, but I know it's not human. All right, I will send someone right away. Address and name, please. Who are you gonna send? Andrew asked. There's just a Finnick Gallon, Pollen Street, number 11. Fuck me. Okay, sir, we'll be on our way. After I hung up, a moment of silence followed, where me and Andrew just stood there perplexed. You know it's us that have to go there, right? Andrew asked. I'd really rather not. Then call Walt. Ask him if they're finished there. Are the houses close to each other? All three calls came from the same street, Pollen Street, near the forest. Fuck, yeah, call them, I dialed Walt's number. It took a while for him to pick up. Hi, Walt, you done there? 'Cause I got another call. Liam, there was no one in that house. My hand was shaking on the receptor. What do you mean? There was no creature, no person, nothing. However, the scene is rather interesting. I'm afraid we'll be busy here for a while. Why? The windows are broken, furniture destroyed. The attic is covered in scratches and broken wood. And there's the blood. It's fresh. I don't know what happened here, but we need to find your caller. And the intruder. We're searching the property. Right, I responded, my mouth dry. The third call had mentioned something dragging something else. We need to find your caller. I think I knew where he was. I had never been so afraid. As me and Andrew put on our uniforms, I couldn't help but wonder if I should get the police involved. This was no snake, no fox, no bear. The most frustrating thing was that I didn't know what it was. We took a deep breath and drove into the night, and reached our destination pretty fast. I know what you'll say. If the house's numbers were so close, why couldn't Walt just take a look at number 11 too? Well, the numbers were really far apart. This area wasn't so populated. I reached this cabin with its lights on. We hesitated, then got out of the car and knocked on the door. I got an instant response. Finnick opened, pale and shaking. I'm so glad you came. I was used to clients being afraid. Finnick, however, was deeply shaken. His eyes were glossy and his movements irregular. He sensed the same thing I had, that something sinister was going on, but we couldn't quite label it out. I tried to remain calm. Sir, you can wait in the car if you want. He didn't need to be told twice. Me and Andrew made our way upstairs to the master bedroom. The house looked pretty normal, nothing out of place and nothing broken like on number 7. The bedroom had old, creaking furniture and floors. It was undeniable that something was in the ceiling. I could hear the sound of something being torn apart and scratching. So much scratching. The ceiling was old too, consisting in some slabs. Andrew and I took out our equipment, gathering our courage to go inside the attic. Had the slabs always had this red tint? I raised my hand and felt them. They were humid and smelled like metal. Andrew, get your gun. Pulling the attic stairs down, I tried to be as quiet as possible. I didn't want to make our presence known. As silent as we tried to be, the stairs creaked obnoxiously and I closed my eyes. Fuck. The sounds upstairs stopped. Okay, you go first, I told Andrew. Fuck you, he responded, then disappeared into the darkness. I heard his footsteps, then a loud echoing scream that turned into an inhuman wail. My first instinct was to crouch and stay on the ground, with my hands on my ears. Then I heard 2 gunshots and Andrew cursing. More gunshots followed, then glass breaking and something batting its wings and wailing. The voice was not human, but had some inflections of a woman. It made my skin crawl. The attic window was broken and the thing had flown away. I don't know why, but I pulled away the curtain to the bedroom and looked outside for any signs of what it could have been. When Andrew came back down, he was crying. I had never seen him cry. I saw it. I saw it. I saw hell, Liam. I looked right at it. I saw it happen. The sweet smell from the attic made me gag. I put on my mask and went upstairs, leaving Andrew frozen, staring into a corner. The light didn't work, so I had to use my flashlight. The floor was humid and darkened in blood, and the smell lingered, putrid and overwhelming. I couldn't understand at first what I was seeing, and at first it had no impact on me. I didn't realize I was staring at what would turn out to be the second caller. I've never dealt with gore, so my head didn't know how to take it. I guess I knew in some sort of way that that inflated shape was supposed to be the head, and what was above it were the limbs. The stomach lay somewhere farther, and the torso was dug into. I was in shock, and the images just didn't seem real. Above the body, it had carved something on the wooden wall. Some symbol. My face felt numb. Remaining in the same position, I made a call. "Hey, Walt." "Yeah. Are you guys done there? Are you okay? You sound weird." "Yeah, I blinked a few times, then cleared my voice. "Are you done there?" "We didn't find anything. Did you guys do the other intervention?" "Oh yeah, we did. And we found the caller. Not all of him though, and the thing is gone now. Probably resting." "What?" "Yeah, you might want to come. Since then I have been giving interviews non-stop. Asked to describe the 3 calls in our interventions. The creature. I told them everything. Well, almost everything. That night I had looked through the window as an instinct. I don't know why. You know how the most horrible things have a way of drawing you in. Pulled the curtain, placed my face close to the window. I hadn't heard it fly away yet. I should have waited for it to leave. In the darkness, I saw 2 eyes shimmering a few inches from mine, 2 eyes that looked so human I almost thought it was my reflection I was seeing. Except, well, they were upside down, and the other parts of the face had been kind of carved into the flesh, with blood-drained skin sort of stretched over them. Behind the head, large wings made the same way. It turned its head so it wasn't upside down anymore, but the body remained exactly the same. I felt it had wanted to see me better. Then it pressed its forehead onto the glass. Fear paralyzed me, but I remained still. I hadn't known it had a mouth until then, when it smiled. It had no teeth, just more skin. Not even gums, not even a tongue. Then it flew away. The rest of its body was stretched out. The limbs curved and molded from the gray flesh. I watched it disappear into the night, leaving nothing but a bloody stain on the window where its forehead had been. I didn't get a lot of sleep after that. I was hesitant to return to the job, but I had no better option. It has been exactly a week since then. As I am typing this, it is almost midnight and I got a call earlier. "Hello, this is X Exterminators, where the safety of your home is our priority. How can I help you today?" There is something in my ceiling, scratching. "Address? You didn't even let me finish. Pollen Street, no 13. Ma'am, get out. Just leave. Trust me." "What? Yeah, fuck no, we ain't helping you with that. It's beyond us. That shit needs a priest." "Are you kidding?" "Nope. As I hang up, I know we can't run from that forever. And there's this other thing, I know. My address is Hamney Lane, number 034, right across from Pollen Street.